got you.
All right.
Video.
CTA, Chicago. We're going to hand Obama something. No, the best transportation in America.
Ouch.
We're going this way.
They got a restaurant somewhere.
Yes, we can.
I know you got the car, man. Really? Who are you? Deborah who?
McGee at a local 400, Michigan.
And how can you run to Washington?
For the march.
What about it?
When I get over there, I see. There's a lot.
Where you go do with the march?
March?
Chicago. How come you're here? Why are you going to Washington?
UAW. UAW is here.
UAW?
Yeah, all of UAW right here.
And how many buses you got?
At least 40 from Michigan.
How do you get so many?
How we get so many?
Yeah, what?
We need the support. And we got there's all UAW people right here.
Good.
We all staggered around here and there. Everybody's not here right now, but yeah, we got 40 buses from Michigan to UAW.
That's who are you going to talk to?
Pardon?
Who are you going to talk to?
We're going for the rally.
Okay.
Going for the rally. Gotta keep the jobs in America.
Good. And you are, who are you?
Frank Rouser out of Detroit, Michigan.
And from what union?
Local 909, GM Powertrain.
Thank you. Name?
My name is Troy Henson.
Where?
Region 1, Local 228.
228?
Gear and Action Plant. Ford Motor Company.
Also from Detroit?
Oh yeah, we're going to the One Nation rally.
Good.
Let the American people know, working people got a voice too.
Thank you.
One Nation, the One Nation here under Group March, will feature human rights and civil rights leaders, labor leaders, environmental and peace activists, faith leaders, celebrities, and sports figures, all marching together to help put America back to work and to pull America back together and to help reorder our national priorities so that investments in peoples come first. Okay, here's a couple of facts that'll be going on. Okay, there'll be a lot of media people there, so those who get on the press, interviews and stuff like that, do your thing. Okay, what if it rains? inclement weather. I mean, they said that I guess we're going to retreat back to the bus, you know, go for shelter. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, will there be food and beverages? Of course, they got porta potties, and food you'll probably find along the mall area or in local restaurants. Okay, can we bring signs? Yes, you can bring signs that promote the values. I think we got a banner that we'll be taking out there with us. There's a plan to raise fares or cut service next year, but officials can rule out those measures if the states fail to pay the agency $93 million in subsidies owed for this year. Okay, so they saying they got an IOU. The Public Transit Agency unveiled a $1.3 billion budget for 2011 Wednesday that avoids fare increases and service cuts by cutting management costs and shifting $113 million in capital funds to its operating funds to balance the budget. Now that's what they should have did before we got laid off. Yeah, you know. Whew, boy, they were right. Okay, we're living within our means, says Rodriguez, but he said the economy continues to grow. CTA wants to continue to expand service. He's still begging for money. Just maintaining the status quo is unacceptable. Okay, Rodriguez said the agency has received commitments from the state, but it will pay, but they're going to pay the money that they owe. But if the state fails to produce funding, we have to drastically find out how to fill that hole. Rodriguez up the tricks again. Yeah. Okay. The proposed budget is $66.7 million, or 5.2 higher than 2010 due to contractually required 3.5% wage increase. They try to take our money next year. Y'all know what that means? Yeah. Step up, because you know some of us are going back to work and won't have the time and the commitment level. You know, the new guys find out how you can become involved to keep this process going, so that CTA just don't rest on their laurels and you just be sitting at home collecting an unemployment check. Step up and keep pushing CTA till you return back to work. We got plenty of information to show you how.
6 will be a good time to address, you know, you all got a balanced budget, and you all have a balanced budget, and the reason we got laid off is because the budget was not balanced last year. So if they have a balanced budget for 2011, we all should go back. I can understand that the $2 billion is for long-term funding, but we don't want the union or the CTA to be talking about we still don't have a long-term funding. We'll deal with 2012 when 2012 get here.
To the employees that came out that never got laid off, thank you for coming out and helping support this movement.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to say, that through this whole struggle from an 07, we had people stand up that really never talked in front of people, was shy, and then now you see them on newspapers, television, which is neat. Tina, Rick, all of us, we have been marching and fighting since February 7th, the day we were laid off, we started. I have met a lot of people, powerful people through the times of this time of doing this, and I'm willing to pass some of this information on to people to continue to fight. But I will not pass that information on to you if you're going to handle it in a ghetto manner. Because it's a day that I might be laid off again, and I still need those doors to be open. So if you're not going to handle it in a decent way, then give it to somebody else that can handle it. I am going to separate myself a little bit from the laid off part because I can't make the meetings. But I am going to start a whole nother part that's in-house. You are willing, you are able to join. I will be fighting for intern, for further fighters for us, so we will be safe. Right now, I don't care if you got called back, but let me remind you, if you got called back and you got your ID in your pocket, you are still not safe. So once you go back to work and you think it's okay, it ain't. It could happen 2 years from now. So we must change the whole process of what we do. Your union meetings are very important to you. No matter who's in charge, you are still a 241 member. The name of 241 never changed. But you are the union. The board members are not the union. You are the union. The overtime, I'm not even worried about the overtime right now. Those people that went back and got overtime, you can't tell a man that's been off for 7 months that can't feed his family, or his bills are behind, and he go there and he check, and you got 4,000 other people in there going doing overtime, and we expect this laid off person that went in there to stop doing overtime. But the overtime right now I'm seeing is not our problem. If I didn't tell some of the people while we was on the bus, I told other people we was at a board meeting. That's why these calls have been coming back, not because they trying to cover up the overtime, it's because Rodriguez has been hiding money. So they're calling people back because he can't hide it no more. Mayor Daley is gone and can't cover up for him. So he's saying, I can't hold this money down there because I got to go out here and speak for myself. Mayor Daley's gone. So they will be called. Now we hope people don't do overtime, but you got to look at people. Some people had floods. Some people had asking their banks and stuff to put their home mortgages back and back and back. You got like a guy named Richard. His wife had surgery. He's the only breadwinner of the family. He has nothing. Car has an accident, the insurance didn't cover it. So when he go back, he got to get back on his feet. So like a man, like Mark said one time, how can I tell a man not to eat if I can't find another way to feed him? So our thing is, don't worry about that. And plus, if you keep your hand in God and your faith, then God can do all things. So what we do is we stick together, and united we stand, and divided we shall fall. God bless you, and hope we enjoy our time down here, and we'll get back and we'll work on the next things that's coming up. One last thing. They're bringing the people back because the chairman of the board asked Mr. Rodriguez how many managers have he brought back. And he said he could not have those numbers in front of him. He didn't have those numbers in front of him. So the bottom line is, when he goes back to this meeting, he's got to show how many operators he brought back and how many managers he brought back. So if he brought back 15 managers making $120,000, he only brought back 68 full-timers, he's going to have a problem. So this is why these numbers are building up in the 20s, I mean the 30s and 30s and 30s, and they're moving like that. So I believe a lot of more calls are going to be called between now and November. So we just have to keep fighting.
Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move.
Sing the song, baby. Sing the song.
Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. Nothing, nothing stand in your way. I want y'all to listen to every word I say, every word I say. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move.
Well, you ain't singing.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now.
That's a question directly to Kevin. Yeah, I didn't put it on.
Like
It's only getting out to about 68 today is what they said this morning.
Workers are back to work, but there's still a lot of laid-off workers that's still out there. Chicago was the greatest transit in the country when we was getting the Olympics. Now that we don't have the Olympics, we like the worst transit in the country. So we're out here to ask for federal funding